In the cold silence of deep space, the Artemis listening station floated near the edge of the Milky Way. It was a lonely outpost, run by only 4 humans and a few maintenance drones. For years they had heard nothing but static from the empty void, but one night, everything changed. The youngest officer, Lena, was monitoring the deep space radar when she noticed a strange pattern. 3 short pulses, then 1 long one. At first she thought it was just interference, but when it repeated again, perfectly timed, her heart started to race. "Commander, you need to see this," she whispered. Commander Roth leaned over her shoulder, his eyes narrowing as the signal played again. It wasn't random. It was structured, intelligent. Someone, or something, and was trying to communicate. The signal came from a distant system, one outside of known galactic territory, a place the Galactic Council had abandoned centuries ago after declaring it uninhabitable. But the message carried a human-like pattern, a cry for help, mixed with coordinates. Could it be survivors? Lena asked. Roth didn't answer. He just stared at the repeating message on the screen, the sound echoing in the silent control room like a heartbeat. Then, suddenly, the signal changed. A voice broke through the static. It was weak, desperate, but clear enough to understand one haunting sentence. "We were left to die. Please, if you hear us, help." Everyone in the station froze. The galaxy had moved on, forgotten this place. But humanity never ignored a cry for help. Commander Roth stood up slowly. "Prepare the ship," he said. "We're going to find them." And that was the moment when history began to turn. The engines of the Artemis Explorer roared to life, cutting through the silence of deep space. Commander Roth and his small crew, Lena, pilot Marcus, and engineer Kai, set their course toward the unknown coordinates from the signal. None of them spoke much. Everyone felt the same mix of fear and duty. The journey was long. Days turned into weeks as they passed through forgotten star systems and cold nebulae. Sometimes strange distortions flickered across their radar, ghost readings that vanished as soon as they appeared. It was as if something unseen was watching them. One night, as they crossed the edge of a dying red star, Lena picked up faint transmissions, broken, full of static and pain. Words like attack, refugees, and no rescue. The more she listened, the more her heart sank. Whoever had sent that message wasn't just stranded, they were being hunted. "Commander," Kai said from the engine room, his voice trembling. "This place, it's wrong. The space here feels unstable." Roth nodded, his eyes fixed on the holographic map. "We're going anyway. If someone's still alive out there, they're counting on us." As the Artemis neared the coordinates, the stars around them began to flicker like dying candles. Then they saw it, a massive planet surrounded by the broken remains of ships. Human ships, alien ships, all destroyed. "A graveyard of silence," Lena whispered. "My God, what happened here?" Before anyone could answer, a sudden transmission cut through their speakers, sharp and mechanical. "Unknown human vessel detected. You are entering restricted space. Turn back immediately." Marcus froze at the controls. "Sir, that came from an orbital craft, something big." Roth's voice was calm but firm. "We're not turning back. Not until we find out who sent that signal." The Artemis pushed forward, straight into the shadows. As the Artemis drifted closer to the dead planet, the crew could feel the tension thick in the air. The radar showed movement, something orbiting above the planet's surface. It wasn't debris. It was a ship, and it was still active. "Magnify visual," Commander Roth ordered. The holographic screen lit up, showing a massive alien craft, dark, scarred, and pulsing with blue light. Its design was unlike anything in the galactic records. Long metallic tendrils reached out from its hull like claws gripping the darkness. "Is that alive?" Lena whispered. Before anyone could answer, the comms crackled again. "Human vessel identified. You have entered the Quarn Dominion's control zone. Surrender or be destroyed." Marcus's hands tightened on the flight controls. "Sir, they've locked onto us." "Hold position," Roth said calmly. "Let's see what they want." Seconds later, a bright beam shot from the alien ship and engulfed the Artemis. Every alarm blared at once. The crew was weightless for a moment as the ship was pulled into the alien craft's hangar bay. Inside, the light dimmed. Silence returned. When the hatch opened, they were met by towering figures. Tall, silver-skinned aliens with glowing eyes. They carried energy weapons and armor that shimmered like liquid metal. One of them stepped forward, his voice echoing inside their minds. "You should not have come. The lost ones are not yours to save." Roth stared back at him, unflinching. "We received their call for help. Humanity doesn't abandon its own." The alien tilted his head as if amused or curious. "Then you will share their fate." Before the humans could react, the floor beneath them vibrated. Alarms echoed through the alien ship. Something massive was approaching from the planet below, something that made even the aliens afraid. The floor shook violently and a low, distant roar echoed through the alien hangar. The silver-skinned guards exchanged nervous glances. Whatever was coming, even they feared it. Commander Roth noticed the tremor in their movements. "You're afraid," he said quietly. "Of what?" The alien leader didn't answer. Instead, he turned sharply and barked orders in a language filled with static and distortion. The walls of the hangar sealed shut, and the lights dimmed to a blood-red hue. Lena's voice trembled. "Commander, the signal is active again." She pointed to her wrist console. The same pattern of pulses they'd first received now pulsed faster, more desperate. But this time it came from beneath the planet's surface. Roth's eyes narrowed. "They're underground." Before the aliens could stop them, Kai triggered a flash grenade. The hangar filled with blinding light. The crew ran for the ship, alarms blaring around them. Marcus fired the thrusters and the Artemis broke free, diving through the planet's upper atmosphere, flames wrapping around the hull. As they descended, they saw the world below, once a thriving colony, now nothing but ruin. Cracked cities, burned forests, and metal skeletons of fallen ships littered the landscape. "Who could have done this?" Lena whispered. Roth scanned the surface. His screen showed movement, a faint life signal deep within the planet's crust. "That's where the survivors are," he said. Then a new image appeared, an enormous structure buried beneath the surface, pulsing with red light. It looked ancient, alive, and angry. Kai frowned. "Commander, that's not a base, that's a machine." Roth leaned forward, his voice cold but steady. "Whatever it is, it's the reason they were abandoned, and we're going in." The Artemis descended into the storm, toward the heart of the buried secret. The Artemis cut through the black clouds, lightning flashing across the cracked surface of the planet. Below them, the enormous structure pulsed like a beating heart. Its light shimmered through the dust, red and alive. "Commander, energy levels are spiking," Kai shouted. "That thing's waking up." Roth's eyes stayed fixed on the view outside. "Take us down, slow and steady." As they descended, a massive wave of electromagnetic energy hit the ship, shaking it violently. Sparks burst from the panels, alarms screamed, but Marcus fought the controls. "We're losing power." The Artemis crashed hard against the surface, skidding through dust and debris. Smoke filled the cabin. The crew coughed but stayed alive. Outside, the red light grew brighter, then split open. From the ground below, a huge mechanical gate unfolded, revealing a deep tunnel. Inside glowed strange symbols, half alien, half human. Lena's eyes widened. "This isn't alien tech. It's part of an old human station." They stepped outside, flashlights cutting through the dust. The deeper they went, the more the walls changed, from smooth alien metal to familiar human steel. It was as if two civilizations had fused their technology into one. At the tunnel's end, they found a sealed chamber. Inside floated hundreds of cryopods, still active. Each one held a sleeping human. Roth whispered, "Survivors." Before they could react, a deep mechanical voice echoed through the chamber. "You are not meant to find them." The walls trembled. From the shadows, a massive machine emerged. A guardian robot covered in ancient battle scars, powered by the same red light. Its eyes glowed. The galaxy abandoned them. "I did not." Roth raised his weapon. "Then let's see if you're a protector or a prison." The machine roared and the battle began. The ground split open as the Guardian roared, its metallic body glowing with red fire. The air shook with every step it took. Roth's team scattered for cover, blasters lighting the darkness. Each shot bounced off the creature's armor like sparks against a mountain. Kai yelled, "Commander, we can't break through. Its core is too strong." Roth's eyes darted to the rows of cryopods. The survivors, hundreds of them, still trapped, still sleeping. If the Guardian destroyed the chamber, everything they came for would vanish. "Lena," he shouted. "Find a way to shut it down." Lena sprinted toward the control panel, her fingers flying across cracked screens. The system was ancient, full of broken code and warnings. It's not just guarding them, she gasped. It's keeping them alive. If we destroy it, they die too. Roth hesitated. Outside, the Guardian raised its arm, charging a massive energy blast. The red light reflected in his visor. In that second, he made his choice.